When receivers speak of divinity, they speak of proximity to truth. Achievement hunting today. This is going to probably, maybe, possibly be the last episode in Receiver 2. We're not going to get all achievements because one achievement is complete the game 5 times. I've yet to complete it once, so that's not happening. But we will be getting a bunch of the others. There's a few others that are quite easy, some of them are kind of hard. I'm going to try not to do it in the firing range, like go to the firing range. I'm going to try not to go to the firing range to do it, but we'll see. Okay, and I've opened up the overlay so you can we can yeah, as we go. Get rank without firing a shot, that may be quite hard, but we can possibly do it. Getting a turret of ammo also might be hard to do, but fine. Killed by falling glass. Never that happened. This might be hard. Kill a shock drone within 5 seconds of clearing a malfunction. That's going to be hard. Robot through a wall might also be hard. That might be easy. Roll the roll with the block chamber, fire rounds without hitting the block chamber. That's completely easy. Get killed through a wall? Don't know. Could double feed a chamber round within 5 seconds or less. That's going to be hard. Eject an empty mag, load an empty one, and chamber round in less than a second. Probably could do that. Die from a negligent discharge on Sleepwalker or above. Don't know what rank we're on now actually. But that's very easy. When completely out of ammo, hacking on damage turret, we can just drop all our ammo and try it. Yeah, awaken 5 times, that's not happening. Deathwish, complete a rank without shooting any unaware robots. We must all see you first. Dog under my desk. Sorry, she makes. And these are all just win a level with these guns. Some of these I won't get, such as the M10, I don't think. Or most definitely not the Peacekeeper, the Sig Sauer. I don't think I've got those two. 5 Threat Echo, and a Threat Echo first. Surprise attack, destroy only the motion sensor. Obviously, it's gonna be hard because it's. I struggle to find sleeping turrets. Is a dog on my? Anyway, let's get to it. I can remember how to play the game. Okay. Oh, I thought I was walking into a different room there.
While it's tempting to imagine that the Colt 1911 emerged fully formed from Browning's head like Goddess Athena, in fact it took more than a decade of iteration. The first mass-produced model, the Colt 1900, looks like a 5-year-old's crayon drawing of a 1911. It fired 38 caliber rounds and had a bizarre safety system.
I was going to try and empty that one actually, but I just realised that's something behind wood, which would be very easy to shoot through. We did not get shot through. Killed. Getting shot through a wall is actually our achievement, so that wasn't a bad idea. The issue is, we didn't get shot through the wall apparently. Got shot through by legs. Okay, this is one too. Hello? Oh, I don't have a magazine. That would be not. Okay. Oh, come on, that should have counted. Is that not 30 meters? There's a dog outside my room who will be very noisy. There's a special... Oh, there's a special thing actually if you fall off to your death. Hold on, let me just do that. For flying drones, alright, okay. Beware of false knowledge, it's more dangerous than ignorance. Oh, you fell off top building, there we go. Flying drones, okay. Fair enough. Desert you. Which means I need to complete this level, right? Before I can get the flying drones. You can shoot through these, right? I missed. Would you know that if you drain shoot out a ammo box, then make it fire as one shot, would that get the tease achievement, or? Mate, alright. Well, we can try it. Next drone with, if I don't do that. I did by wasting all of its ammo. Yeah. That's the plan, but I'm really bad at dodging. Really bad at this game. I'm not sure if you can tell. Right, let's avoid the ladder. Go this way. Put the barrel on the turret first. Oh, that's a good idea. Hello, tape.
You have seen the signs around you. The gradual creeping, decay, and dysfunction. You have realized that something is wrong with the media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step towards awakening your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance.
Hello.
getting worse and worse. Every day, I step over junkies and human waste on my way to my third job, just to make a dent in my mountain of debt. The planet is dying. The rich
This is good.
Everything.
Because we want to get
we keep killing
that
each
achievement
other for no reason. I'm ashamed to be a part of this world. I give up.
I just realised that this that the other magazine I've had is uncorrupted, this one. There's an achievement for injecting into magazine, load a moment one and chamber around less than a second. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Not quite. I keep pressing E, it's not E. Okay. Hello? Did you... what? Okay. E, 2, 3... It's not E, it's not E! E3Z. E, right? E3 T Z. Okay, then chamber. E2Z R. Didn't happen. Was that... I thought that was pretty speedy, but what do I know? I'm not a clock.
A firearm is simple in some ways, deceptively complex in others, but always dangerous. Gun training anchors the mind in the moment. By apprehending the lethality of the tool and focusing on the moment-to-moment use, a receiver is able to strengthen the mind-body link. Like with ideas, objects in the physical reality vary in their utility. Although some thoughts and tools are extremely dangerous, we don't arbitrarily limit what we can use. Rather, we strive to better understand ourselves and our environment, so that we may safely handle even the most dangerous situations.
Wasn't empty. Okay. Come on, that was good, right? Alright, whatever. No one's in. Why not? Is it just because it might not load very well, but like it loaded, so does that have a slide lock? Oh no, it didn't. I have to press. So just so that some puts magazine in and it'll just frame it that way. Yeah, probably. Actually, I thought that was a pretty good reload. Right, I'm hunting for the arcade now. Wait, what was the achievement about Death Wish? Get a rank without shooting any unaware robots. Okay. I don't need to like destroy them all, I just need to complete it without... They have to be orange. Does that mean they're unaware, or does it mean they have to spot you once and then you can move on? I have a feeling it's when they're orange though. Orange or red. Ah. The arcade. Oh yeah, 3 out of 5, that's fine. I can pick up this tape then. If I find it. Probably downstairs, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, no tape. I see the balloon, don't think I need it.
The most important virtue of a receiver is mental resilience, and the only way to build resilience is to practice rebounding from adversity.
Hey.
Cooper's fourth rule of gun safety is to know your target and what is beyond it. Bullets can penetrate a lot further than most people think. How many interior sheetrock walls do you think a typical 9mm bullet will go through? 1? 2? More like 20. In a typical gunfight, more shots miss than hit, but
I should have done that.
Bullets end up somewhere. Unless you live alone in a rural area, there is no pistol or rifle that won't put your family and neighbors at risk. Even hollow point rounds often miss or fail to expand. The safest choice for an effective internal home defense weapon in a populated area is a pump-action shotgun loaded with a small buckshot or large birdshot.
I got Death Wish, alright. Okay. Oh, so the one below me was Sleepwalker. Okay, good to know. Which means I can negligently discharge myself. Wait a minute, that sounds... Colt 1911. Okay. And the balloons as well. Cool. I'm not very good with balloons. Ah. Oh well, okay. We're gonna try and find another magazine. And then try and do the 1 second reload. With this. I don't think I can shoot through this wall, right, to get this turret. Nope, that will just ricochet right off there. You know what, I'm not going to risk diving off of that. Okay. What we're doing, shoot through glass, shoot through wall, get shot through wall. Destroy all parts of the drone, right, let's do that one. Hello? How did I miss a barrel that many times? That's fine. Not achievement. Or when they're completely out of ammo.
Together, we have laid the foundation. You have shown great potential, but the potential...
I don't think I can get this because of the way it moves.
We have sent the message. Can you hear it? There is an insidious force moving through your media, weakening the mind and causing widespread dysfunction. We call this the threat. We have developed a technique called Mind Tech to combat this threat. A new set of tapes has been issued to train and prepare you. We are all taught to carefully monitor what we put into our bodies. We need to eat this and avoid that, and have this other
thing
in moderation. But we are never taught how to curate what we put into our minds. There's no use having a healthy body if your mind is poisoned.
Hello?
No, the threat has used this control to remove choice over what you consume. If you uncritically view media, you are directly allowing the threat to infiltrate your thoughts and compromise your brain from the inside.
There we go.
The threat has studied our weaknesses in detail and knows exactly where to place its levers and pry our minds apart. They use social media to divide us and control us while giving us the illusion of community. They grant power and responsibility to the weakest of us while giving us the illusion of meritocracy. We have been coasting through existence with our eyes closed, and now is our last chance to awaken.
We shoot him through the window. Right, Mr. Barrow. Okay, what's not broken on this? Notes? No. Help? Alright. by its battery and located at the rear base of the turret. In the camera box, to see you shoot at the center of the base will disable the motor, make it unable to turn because of fire if you walk in front of it. The wire connecting the battery to the turret part. I didn't see it without, like... Is it that there? Oh. I have no bullets left. Nice. You can only really see it from the rear. Alright, so this isn't really a good robot to do it on. Nice. Do that move on. Maybe do it with that guy, find more bullets. I see those rounds down. Don't see any. And that is the ladder, right? I know. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go down. Let's go down there. Oh, wait, I didn't get the bullets from the guy inside. Oh god, whoops. I've got 2 bullets, so I don't think I can actually do this then. Is it that wire there? I'm managed hit. I think so. With my legs. Okay. Our next victim.
When John Moses Browning finished the Colt 1911 pistol, the streets of Ogden, Utah were still lit by gas lamps and echoed with the clatter of horse-drawn carriages. Now, while Zeppelins, propeller planes, and bell-bottom pants came and went, his 1911 pistol is still holding its own in militaries and law enforcement around the world. As the son of a polygamist Mormon gunsmith, Browning had 21 siblings, which may explain his fascination with automatic weapons. Throughout his career, he designed many of America's small arms in World War I and II, including the Browning automatic rifle, 1917 light machine gun, M2 heavy machine gun, and the Auto 5 shotgun. He eventually died at his workbench while working on the Browning high-power pistol, which paved the way for the Wonder Nines of the 70s.
I can make the jump, I don't know if I'll ever get back though. Get to that one. was a 9 number, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. You know what? Try and get him to spot me. Let me run from him. Huh? Hello. Missed. Don't turn your knee. I'm stuck him. Ah. Oh, what? This is gonna be really hard. Come on. Maybe an achievement for hacking then. The one thing you don't want to lose it so easily. I know exactly. Oh. There's 3 flying drones in this area. Right, come on. No, it's lost me again. Oh, oh. Got it. I got stuck in a ladder or something like that. But it still saw me for a bit and tried to follow. You know what I don't get? That's why these ones don't drop bullets. Like, I kinda get why... Oh, fuck. Like, I kinda get, well, no, people say, like, oh, the reason they don't drop bullets is because they don't have a gun. But the bullets that the other ones fire are assault rifle caliber. Like, they're not they're not this pistol ammo. This is Sleepwalker, right? Baseline. Where the hell's Sleepwalker? Is that above a sleep? Oh my god, I'm not getting that achievement, never mind. Oh god, I'm not getting the negligent discharge one. Right, put that over to semi-automatic before I go blind. Speaking of negligent discharge, guess what? Look what gun we've got now. I'll do that and then do that. There we go. Okay. So. Break every breakable part of a turret. These two are needed. But one's going to be hard to do. Complete a rank without firing a shot. We can go for that. since we've got the Glock, and I don't really want to shoot myself in the foot. Pool Shark. I don't know where we'll do Pacifist up until we find a pool table, then we'll commit to Pool Shark. Get killed by Falling Glass. Don't know where the best place to do that is. Just kill a robot, so I thought anything would do, but I guess not. Pacifist is easiest bait on baseline. No drones. Yeah. For 3, probably quite easy. The issue would be getting, I don't know, Gunslinger. Hardest bit of that is to get the gun. And the balloons. Right. I can't sprint again. Oh, is it because my, like, doing that or something? Fucks it. Yeah, it does. Huh. Right, okay, well, Pacifist is going out the window because we now have balloons. Hey! Oof. The best place to do the Falling Glass thing be in the arcade. There's a lot of windows. Let's try it. Next I window and shoot it. I've tried that. I've never been killed by a window before.
Relying entirely on its 3 internal safeties. Glock made this decision because Austrian soldiers carried pistols with an empty chamber, making a safety switch redundant. Americans usually carry pistols with a round chambered, so after adopting the Glock, there was an epidemic of Americans accidentally shooting themselves and each other. The FBI Academy performed a study and found that the Glock pistol has, quote, high potential for unintentional shots. Glock always points out that the internal safety features guarantee that the weapon will never fire the trigger in full. If users pull the trigger at the wrong time, it's their damn fault. American Glock fans agree, saying that these negligent discharges are a training problem and not a design problem. The one thing that everyone agrees on is that loaded Glock pistols should only be carried with an appropriate holster and with sufficient training. You shouldn't keep a loaded Glock in the front of your waistband unless you really need help hitting those high notes.
I guess that's what the battery is. Oh, that's
on
the
the
battery.
nature of the mind. Do we live in a simulation? Are our thoughts the result of chemicals and structures formed by random mutations? Or perhaps we are gifted with a soul by a higher power.
I don't have a QR scanner. What does that QR scan do?
The reason these questions persist is because previous attempts have failed to find a convincing answer. What is clear is that the mind harbors immense power over perception, and that changing perception changes the most important aspects of reality.
Right, so we could try for the... What's this for wet robot dreams? What's wet robot dreams? I held tab for so long there. Do not tell me that was negligent discharge. Let's try the... Nope, fuck that. Ah well, let's move on. Hello, what's wrong? Am I losing my mind? Hello? Did I? Hello? What just happened? Oh, that's what happened. Other than that. I'm a fool. Yeah. It seems to be. Did they change the balance in his gun? I have to like really hold the shoot button for it to actually fire. How did that? What the hell is Wham Bam? Is that load it in less than a sec? I didn't even do that. I didn't even do that. Yeah, I don't know how that counted either. I don't know what I've done. Like I clearly double fed, but did I like? I pulled out the magazine, dropped the magazine, put a bullet in the chamber, and then picked up the magazine. And before I even put the magazine actually in the gun yet, it went, "Ah, you've done it, nice." Which I didn't. Come on, lock. There we go. There's an achievement for clearing that faster, but I was too much in shock to think about clearing that faster. How come when I try and do it and like, what? You can force a double feed to get achievement. Good, yeah, could do that. By doing what I done there, and then trying to clear it was okay. Whatever, sure. I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna go back after this, clip that, because that was not right. Just load around manually in the chamber and then put the mag in and release the slide lock. Yeah. Sorry, I was like, did I give an achievement? No, you mean to double feed deliberately. Yes. Oh, there's the tape. Didn't get it. Oh, I did get it. Nice.
The threat. A receiver must always remain calm. Most people panic under pressure and shoot before properly aiming. Remember that it's better to fire one shot that hits than 10 shots that miss.
Oh, I thought that was a dormant drone, and I was like, ooh. Hello.
When explorers die of dehydration, their water bottles are usually not empty. They were saving their resources for later, when it got really bad. When the threat kills people by suicide, it usually turns out that they never asked their family or friends for help. They were saving that for later, when it got really bad. If you are under attack by the threat, ask for help now. There is no later.
Don't really know a good way to get that, apart from going upstairs. Hello. I'm gonna just like dump mags in it. Yep. I'm gonna do a double feed one later, because that's just a dexterity challenge, and I don't really have a goal right now. I think I just might want to just rank up with the Glock. Do that one. Shoot them through a wall. That's way too thick a wall there. I'm not going through, are they? I think so. Oh, that missed. I saw the tapes, don't worry. They won't let me not get tape.
I'm so sorry. I've always been such a disappointment. I would have just kept getting more pathetic. I can't stand to be a burden on you any longer. I hope one day you can forgive me.
I thought I stopped being able to pick up more tapes.
I'm sorry.
Look at this guy climbing a ladder with one hand. What an actual tank. Move. That's fine, I'm safe. It's 5 o'clock. Okay, what we getting? A high point. I got the high point achievement, didn't I? I did. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my overlay because I didn't realize that the game had built-in achievement. Okay. Same thing. We go pacifist until we find a pool table. Without firing a shot doesn't mean without disabling drones. Actually, you know what? This might be a good place to die from glass. Cut to pieces. I was in bits and bobs. Not one part of me was whole. Right. Once again, pacifist until we hit a pool table. A Desert Eagle though. I like me a Desert Eagle. If I shoot the 8-ball, it would just like fly out the window. Love the way bullets just on that. It's so satisfying. Oh, my ear be sore. We go 3 for 3. I'm assuming in a row doesn't mean like, it means you shoot, destroy, shoot, destroy, shoot, destroy. It doesn't mean like dog goes dreaming. That's a dog. What a sleepy pooch. Okay.
Cooper's second rule of gun safety is to never point the gun at something you are not willing to destroy. Now this seems...
Oh, I'd get past its range of vision. I should have sprinted. Yeah. I just play game. It's up there. No. Surprised I made that.
You have seen the signs around you. The gradual creeping, decay, and dysfunction. You have realized that something is wrong with the media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step towards awakening your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance. While some concepts are useful, others are the exact opposite. These terminating thoughts take complex and useful ideas and turn them into a simplistic cliche that is as incorrect as it is useless. The appeal of these thoughts is that they give a false feeling of certainty and authority. But they block true mental development. The functional mind questions and observes. It looks inward at the form of ideas applied in the mind as well as outward in the world. It views uncertainty as the twin sibling of curiosity. The dead mind is constructed of terminating thoughts. There is no room for feelings beyond a thin, fragile mockery of self-satisfaction. Personality is replaced with rote, checkbox-ticking behavior and reactivity. Human interaction becomes a grotesque parody where anything that doesn't fall neatly into a simplistic taxonomy of behavior gets ignored or assaulted. This causes a person to become less and less, until ultimately they vanish. After World War II, a military study concluded that only a quarter of American soldiers were willing to line up their sights on a human target. Now, to combat this problem, the Army found ways to dampen our natural aversion to killing one another. They replaced bullseye targets with human silhouettes, made training conditions more similar to actual combat, and trained recruits to avoid taking personal responsibility for killing. After enough training, you can eventually learn to stop seeing people at all and just see silhouette targets everywhere, even in the mirror. U.S. Marine Colonel Jeff Cooper's first rule of gun safety is that guns are always loaded. Even if you've just unloaded it seconds ago or seen someone else do it, treat it as if it's still loaded. You may know that it's empty, but you must practice your mind tech threading and believe both facts at once. Unless you are currently seeing and feeling that the chamber is empty, the weapon is in a state of quantum uncertainty, controlled by the threat. In that state, if you point it at a kill drone and fire, the threat will collapse that waveform into an empty chamber, leading to a click instead of a bang. If your kid finds the same gun and points it at another kid, the threat will collapse that waveform into a loaded chamber, leading to a bang instead of a click. Never, ever let the threat make this kind of decision for you.
Without a problem. I'm so close to getting pacifist, but I do have to go through a room full of kill drones to get back to somewhere progressive. There's a tape. There it is, I see it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Control your breathing
I didn't get it.
to approach the door, slowly slicing the pie as you go. You're in the fatal funnel now as you move in a semicircle past the door, but don't rush. See everything. Focus beyond that front sight. Let your body aim for you. Breathe. Corners clear. It's time to choose a direction and commit. Left or right? Which way lies victory? Which way death? Only one way to find out. Breathe. Don't dawdle in the doorway. You're a silhouette and that's where the guns are aimed. And sweep the room smoothly to encompass the whole space. It's a difficult thing, but practice makes perfect. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
The insanity of war is like a dust storm. You can be the person caught in it, resisting, holding onto your ideals until it breaks you down, saps your strength, and strips the flesh from your bones. War has consumed many this way. You can be that person, or you can be the dust. Back to the high point. Right. Why do I do this? does have a tape. I was like, I bet that doesn't have a tape, I don't think. Tape.
You have seen the signs around you. The gradual creeping, decay, and dysfunction. You have realized that something is wrong with the media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step towards awakening your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance.
Right. I'm just gonna walk around this box and see if I can hear any tape noises. And if I didn't, I'm gonna run to the next room. Oh!
Many the nature of the mind.
Oh.
Do we live in a simulation? Are our thoughts the result of chemicals and structures formed by random mutations? Or perhaps we are gifted with a soul by a higher power? The reason these questions persist is because previous attempts have failed to find a convincing answer. What is clear is that the mind harbors immense power over perception, and that changing perception changes the most important aspects of reality.
Made hacking easier as well. Feels easier. What the hell is that? And that. Right, well, let's go all the way back. Oh!
After World War II,
After World War
a
II.
military study concluded that only a quarter of American soldiers were willing to line up their sights on a human target. Now, to combat this problem, the Army found ways to dampen our natural aversion to killing one another. They replaced bullseye targets with human silhouettes, made training conditions more similar to actual combat, and trained recruits to avoid taking personal responsibility for killing. You know, after enough training, you can eventually learn to stop seeing people at all and just see silhouette targets everywhere, even in the mirror.
Didn't know that was there. It doesn't move. Don't think it will see me.
Control your breathing as you approach the door, slowly slicing the pie as you go. You're in the fatal funnel now as you move in a semicircle past the door, but don't rush. See everything. Focus beyond that front sight. Let your body aim for you. Breathe. Corners clear. It's time to choose a direction and
one
commit.
tape.
Left
I'll do this
or right?
pacifist. One tape.
Which way lies victory? Which way death? Only one way to find out. Breathe. Don't dawdle in the doorway. You're a silhouette and that's where the guns are aimed. And sweep the room smoothly to encompass the whole space. It's a difficult thing, but practice makes perfect. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
There we go.
Past events that have caused recurring negative thoughts and emotions are called mental trauma. This was often the result of a sudden shift in perception. The building blocks of our self-concept are ideas about the world and our place in it. When these ideas turn out to be false, it causes a chain reaction that can threaten every aspect of our life. While removing one brick from a tower can cause it to collapse, that does not mean that the problem was widespread. It was a failure in a single element. This demonstrates how critical each belief is, and how finding and removing false beliefs early can prevent a catastrophic chain reaction.
Oh. Oh, a revolver. First revolver of the day. Okay, let's see what we're working with. Okay, let's just... There we go. That fired a lot faster than the Glock would let me. Easier to discharge the Glock than it is to fire it. And since I fired shots, we're going with a... we're firing shots. Where I was like sitting right there. No, it's sitting right around here. Nah. Nah. holding onto that tab button nice and tight. Five o'clock. Half an hour. Doing a short stream. Short stream today, part of the afternoon. But we might be on later tonight playing some Among Us, because I've been told by my friend to play it on stream. Into this one. So this one. If we're not playing Among Us, then we're going to try and play some Apex Legends. Go with me. Right, that's our 8 ball. He did not go anywhere near the direction I was hoping for here. What was that? Oh, that makes it great. Nice though. Trying to do it in one shot. Did you hear tape though? Corner pocket, right? Fuck. Okay. I did not. I was really hoping that would work. Oh! My god, I dodged every point of landing. I couldn't have done that if I tried. We often applaud imitation and it's the real thing. Huh. The Beretta, right? Okay, so we're going for 3 for 3, corner pocket, and completing that with this because we complete it with the Beretta. To getting Beretta every day, which is fantastic. Fantastic joke.
You have seen the signs around you. The gradual creeping, decay, and dysfunction. You have realized that something is wrong
I can hear
with
a
the
drone.
media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step towards awakening your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance.
So I can't shoot bullets. My next 2 shots, I think, must be in drones. Fine. I'm back where I spawned. That for now, because I'm not sure if I put my gun away also nulls the achievement, so we'll just the gun out. Nah, lost it. Right, 1. Two. Going right there.
You might think the biggest religious conflict in the world is in the Middle East, but you would be wrong. The biggest religious conflict is between those who worship the 45 ACP and those who worship the 9mm Parabellum. The debate began with the failure of the 38 Long Colt in the Moro Rebellion and reached a peak in the 80s after the widespread adoption of the Beretta M9 and Glock 17, which the old guard sarcastically referred to as Wonder Nines. Only in America do we care so much about size that we have century-long debates about millimeters. The US military chose the 9mm cartridge for a very specific reason. The NATO powers were gearing up for a potential World War III against the Soviets and agreed to standardize ammo to simplify logistics. The Soviets wore body armor and helmets, and in tests, the 9mm penetrated the armor and the 45 did not. So they agreed on the 9mm NATO cartridge for all new sidearms and submachine guns.
Oh, you can't walk along this.
Does that mean the 9mm is better than the 45? No. It means that different tools are appropriate for different jobs. If you really need stopping power, grab a shotgun.
That was almost really bad there. I knocked that up, it just shoot me right in the face. Anyway, getting nearer to this corner pocket bastard. I swear. Why did you just jump? That was very good, but not what I was going for. Stop jumping! Right, got it. Believe it or not, I'm pretty decent at pool. Tape out here, like out in the windowsill.
Yeah, I tried to tell you.
I
tried to get support. I did everything they said I should. And it didn't work. It didn't work. This is all your fault. All of you. I hope you all finally understand what you did to me and hate yourselves for it. See you in hell.
Okay, so rack, eject, rack. No, I fucked it. Okay. In, no, wrong, in. There we go. Okay, in. So what's the as I put it forward, I had to lock it open, eject. What's the ignition? Is it chamber another round, or is it to oh. 5 seconds. Alright, that's plenty of time. Double clear up feed and chamber around in 5 seconds. Okay. So let's double feed. Need to lock it open, eject, clear. So that, to that. Is that not 5 seconds? Yes, not. Okay. Ah, no, fuck that. Okay. No. No. Come on, that was that. That was it. And I'm pretty sure it's less than 5 seconds, so I'm not going to count that. I'm not going to bother. Oh, for Christ, I'm just messing around now. Okay. I can hear tape. Let's go find it. I've already searched this. There you are.
To aim a firearm correctly, you must be familiar with the sight picture, how the sights look when they are lined up correctly. Handgun sights almost always work in the same way. You line up the front sight in the middle of the gap in the rear sight, and make sure the top of the front sight is level with the top of the rear sight. If zeroed correctly, the bullet should hit right at the top of the front sight at the zero distance, usually around 15 yards. For maximum accuracy, you should focus on your front sight, even though it makes the target look blurry. There's no point shooting at a crisp target if you can't tell if your sights are lined up.
I wonder how much fun the voiceover guy had talking them. They're really fun. I don't think I've got achievement for the Desert Eagle, have I? No, I haven't. I don't know how I'm going to get these two wall ones because they're kind of hard. Probably could get that one kind of easy. That one's going to be hard. That one's going to be kind of easy. Maybe not with the... That one's going to be easy if we find a sleeping drone. And a lot of ones really depend on my skill and the RNG of getting the guns. This one, I need to make sure that the Desert Eagle doesn't just like eradicate it. It makes it fly off the edge of the building and whatnot. Right, okay. Got it.
Together, we have laid the foundation. You have shown great potential, but the potential is yet to be realized. We have sent the message. Can you hear it? There is an insidious force moving through your media, weakening the mind and causing widespread dysfunction. We call this the threat. We have developed a technique called Mind Tech to combat this threat. A new set of tapes has been issued to train and prepare you. The Desert Eagle is unique in that it was specifically designed to be a pop culture icon, inspired by the sudden demand for the .44 Magnum revolver after it was featured in the Dirty Harry franchise. The name and a distinctive shape were designed to capitalize on this kind of product placement, particularly with 80s and 90s action movies like Commando, Predator, and The Matrix. Magnum research focused especially on getting the Desert Eagle in the hands of muscle-bound action stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Young people know it from video games, where it featured prominently in popular series like Counter-Strike Modern Warfare and Grand Theft Auto. Especially effective at portraying it as powerful because they would usually balance it with rifles by making it even more powerful than it actually is. The Desert Eagle does hit about 4 times as hard as a 9mm and about as hard as an AK-47, but it's still not nearly as powerful as a hunting rifle.
I don't know if I want to shoot the tapes now or not. Or not. Huh? Not one that's like this, get killed through glass, is it not? Get killed through a wall. Is this a wall? Try not to. I'll try and win this because I get achievement for winning with this. Is that all of his bullets? A wee cheeky pile there. Oh, I thought that was a sleeper drone. I was like, oh, no way. But it's not, it's just a turret. And I think that's like the 5th time I've thought that's a turret and it's just a table. Scream. I wonder if they explain, I think I said this before, I wonder why they explain it, why it's like praying noises, like ceremony noises. The tapes. Hello. You don't think so? Alright. Voices on your tapes. Yeah. I know they do hear it, but I wonder, like, why. Yeah, I hope he comes back down to Earth. Right, okay. There we go. Nope, that wasn't what I was looking for. Sharpshooter, kill a robot from 30 meters away. I mean, sure, but I was looking for drone demolition. I did not mean that. You're forgetting you can sprint up ladders. like bits of this taser drone. Bastard just. The hell was that? Is that this? Oh, is that trigger? Yeah, it was. Do we have any idea where how that taser drone fell? I don't think so. Probably fell here and then like fell through all the gaps or whatever. Oh. A neighbour ordered food and they were barking at a delivery driver. That's fun. I'll take 2. There's a tape down there. Before I shoot it, I'm just going to look around for that rest of that taser drone. Don't think I can see. What? Taser drone down there? I need to figure out a way to get down there now. Safely. It's like one of my dogs said she doesn't even fucking. Yeah, no, one of them doesn't. One of them doesn't. We've got 3. Is that a untainted mag? No, it's not. Oh, look. Okay. But the one that's pointing a barking for the both of them, yeah. You gotta be super careful here, because this could be where I get 2 achievements in one, or I fail both of them. Okay, the taser drone is looking right at me here. Okay. That one. That's not on my bike, out of that. Ah, fuck. Back down we go. Okay, any achievements to earn while we're here? Because shock drone isn't going to work. Quick fix. No, that's not going to work either. Grunt engine. I think the easiest quick fix to do would be a hot pot. Hot stove. Hot pot. Just that's a quick R fire. That one's gonna be kinda. That one, fucking who knows. And that one's gonna be impossible. Because I've yet to complete it once. There's nothing really to do with this gun or anything. I need to maybe get shot through a wall. And you can knock around with your feet, huh? You can shoot those balloons, but there's a drone end down there, which might be good prime shot through the wall dronage. Get down there. I want to break in the house. There we go. Is your tape? Yes. There's my way down. No good, also get shot to bed then. The bathroom all there actually. Yeah. Oh, one. So close. Come on! Come on! You were so close! Expose yourself to your deepest fear. After that, fear has no power, and the fear of freedom shrinks and vanishes. You are free. Okay, I'm gonna play for till I hit 2 hours of stream time, and then I will call a stream there. And that is in 6 minutes. But if middle of the round during that, then it'll be the end of the round, or end of the run. I missed so much. I mean, that I know. How can? One time I wanted to get shot, and it's like I get it. Okay. And it was like it was the last shot in the magazine as well that killed me as I was peeking out. Yeah, it's attention again. Brett made some very weird kill drones. Same again. All we're going for is getting shot through walls because you find a good wall to get shot through though. It needs to be like dry board or something. Like inside someone's house or whatever.
You have seen the signs around you. The gradual creeping, decay, and dysfunction. You have realized that something is wrong with the media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step towards awakening your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance.
A tape. Ah. Hmm. Well, I guess we're just moving on. Could be through here. Sounds like it may be. Yeah. Do I have a one? No.
While waiting for the other branches to agree on the requirements for the new M9 pistol, the Air Force decided to conduct their own trials and decided on the Beretta 92. All done, right? Wrong. The Army rejected the Air Force testing, claiming the Flyboys had no idea how to properly test reliability in mud and sand. The Army was perfectly happy with their 1911s, so when they conducted their own trials, they found that none of the new pistols were good enough, and tried to shut the whole program down. The Air Force still wanted their new pistols, and got the DoD to force the Army to conduct yet another test, and choose something. After further testing, the Army reluctantly admitted that the Beretta 92 and the Sig Sauer 226 might be adequate. Now, the SIG scored better, but Beretta named a lower price and won the contract. After 7 years and millions of taxpayer dollars, the U.S. finally got its new service pistol, the Beretta M9. The U.S. also got 3 more years of congressional investigations to determine how we managed to screw this whole thing up so badly. This tape is designed to test your focus in the face of distractions.
Oh yes,
maintain focus on your breathing. How did you do? If your attention wandered, that is normal. Just notice that without judgment. Let's try again. Good job.
Attention only wandered because I was practicing my aim. Out of tape.
You might think the biggest religious conflict in the world is in the Middle East, but you would be wrong. The biggest religious conflict is between those who worship the 45 ACP and those who worship the 9mm Parabellum. The debate began with the failure of the 38 Long Colt in the Moro Rebellion and reached a peak in the 80s after the widespread adoption of the Beretta M9 and Glock 17, which the old guard sarcastically referred to as Wonder Nines. Only in America do we care so much about size that we have century-long debates about millimeters. The U.S. military chose the 9mm cartridge for a very specific reason. The NATO powers were gearing up for a potential World War III against the Soviets and agreed to standardize ammo to simplify logistics. The Soviets wore body armor and helmets, and in tests, the 9mm penetrated the armor and the 45 did not. So they agreed on the 9mm NATO cartridge for all new sidearms and submachine guns. Does that mean the 9mm is better than the 45? No. It means that different tools are appropriate for different jobs. If you really need stopping power, grab a shotgun.
Well, as I've streamed for 2 hours, and it is 26. I need to have dinner. I need to walk the dogs. But we'll be back on, I think maybe back on earlier than usual, maybe, who knows, to stream whatever, who knows, I don't know. But we'll thanks for the follow, and if you want, come and join the Discord. It is very empty, very lonely, not very busy at all, so you won't get spammed on notifications. I am the most active person on the server. But if this is you, and you're only here for receiver, that's fine. Have a good day, evening, afternoon, wherever it is you are, and I'll see you hopefully next time. I do 2 streams. I'll try to do 2 streams a day. This is changing soon. On Tuesday, this is changing. I do one in the evening, around between 1 and 3 EST GMT, and between 9 PM BST GMT for evening games. Play story-based single-player games in the afternoon, multiplayer games in the evening. That's how I do things around here, and I'll see you next time, hopefully.